Hey guys, back again. Story time part 2. And it's day 9. I want to let y'all know before I start this story that there are two things I hate, amongst a list of things. And aside from that's awkward moments and narrow minded people, okay? And this story is about the time I smoked, okay? Uh, Now don't judge me until after this video because this is really out of the norms. But anyways, I'll go ahead and start. I love poppers, like the things that you get from the ice cream man. And um, the ice cream man used to come frequently, probably about every other day through the neighborhood. And I would always run and try to catch him and buy some poppers. So I loved like just running around the neighborhood and acting like I got superpowers, just bah bah bah, right? Poppers everywhere. And for some reason they stopped selling them. It's not like it was an explosive. It was just a popper. It's not like it was anything serious. But nonetheless, they stopped selling them. So I tried to make my own. And this was a mistake. Not because I tried to make my own, but because my stepdad is narrow-minded, right? We had just made some, I think they were chocolate chip walnut cookies, right? And they were delicious, by the way. They were all gooey with the chocolate and nuts. Anyways, they were delicious. And we had crumbs left over. And it was probably about 5 o'clock in the afternoon, maybe 6 o'clock. And I had just come back from outside. And I was like, man, I really wish I could have gotten some poppers today. I'm going to go make my own. So I go upstairs and I get like a line of toilet paper, right? Just about 2 or 3 squares. And then I go in the kitchen, and because I didn't know what the hell they put in poppers, I just knew they popped when you threw them, and they looked like they kind of had toilet paper on. So I got toilet paper, and then I got the stuff inside that looked like cookie crumbs to me. So I went to the kitchen, and I got some cookie crumbs. And I put like a nut in there just in case that might have caused the ignition. And then I put a little bit of cookie crumbs in there. And I twisted and I rolled it up. And then I ripped off the excess paper and I called it a popper, right? And so I threw it at the ground and of course it didn't pop. I kind of knew that. I mean, this is dumb, but I was like, okay, I think I know how to make it pop. So I go to my sister's room after I grab a lighter from downstairs. And I'm like, I'm about to get her. I light the toilet paper, and it singes. It doesn't really burn. And I throw it in my sister's room. And I think she's laying down at the time. It might have been a little bit later. Probably might have been 8 o'clock at night. And she just screams because I threw something at her. There was nothing, like, on fire. There was nothing. There was nothing, okay? And at that moment, like, it wasn't even a loud scream. It was probably just one of those, oh my gosh, I tripped or I hit my toe on something screams. It wasn't a I'm about to die scream. So the way people reacted was uncalled for. My mom, she came out in the front room and she was like, what happened, what happened? And my stepdad, here he comes. He comes from the garage and is like, what happened? I heard a scream. And Blake threw something at me. That's what she said. I think he was trying to make a popper, like, cause you could smell the burning of the paper, so I guess she assumed that I was trying to light her on fire. We had this huge sibling rivalry stage, and it was pretty bad. But yeah, she stabbed me one time. I'll tell you about that later. But anyways, I went into her room and like before they came upstairs, I tried to tell her to just like play it off because it was just a freaking popper, and she was like, "No, it's going down." So they get up the stairs and they're like, "What happened?" And they could smell the stuff. Like, "You been burning something up here?" And then she was like, "Yeah, he tried to do something with the match and some paper or whatever." And so they find what I threw at her in the bed, and they take it up, they pick it up and they look at it, and then so because it's white and it was singed, my stepdad automatically assumes that I'm trying to smoke. Oh, you're trying to smoke? Like it's weed or something, some kind of paraphernalia, right? So I'm like, no, it's a popper. I'm like, look, these are cookie crumbs. You can see like the nut right here. I'm just being dumb. And aside from trying to scold me on me trying to burn the house down, which probably would have been a more reasonable argument, he tries to scold me about the dangers of trying to smoke, and then takes it completely to an irrational level. I go downstairs and he believes in like disciplinary action. If I can't exercise your head, then I'll exercise your ass, right? So, he has me stay in the push-up position, and he starts to lecture me. And every time I fall or my arms get tired, when I hit the ground, he'll hit me with the belt. What the hell is that? First of all, okay, just kill me, right? So I fell about 3 or 4 times, and after that, at that point, I'm just like, what do you want? I got up, and he hit me in my chest. But I mean, there's nothing I can do. I'm like, I think I was 12. I'm not gonna try to fight him back. I'm like some scrawny little black kid, and he's like a sergeant in the military. So there was no way my beast mode was gonna happen. So he eventually lets me go to bed, and they talk it over. And then the next morning, I still wasn't off the hook. He's like, okay, since you want to smoke, you're gonna come out here and you're gonna smoke a cigarette with me. Nigga, what? So I go outside in the backyard, and we're on the patio, and he's lecturing me. He's like, telling me, he's like, yeah, I know you've done this before, and blah, 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 blah. I can't even stand the smell of smoke. And he hands me a cigarette, and he gives me the lighter, and I light it. He lights it for me, actually. And then I have it sitting in my mouth. I wish I could, if I had something, I'd show you. Here. I have it in my mouth like this, and it's barely hanging out my mouth. And when he tells me to inhale, he's like, go ahead and smoke it. I basically just keep it in my cheeks and I blow it out. I don't ever let it reach my lungs. I just kind of like shallowly suck in, and then I blow it out. No homo, whatever. But yeah. And because I didn't start choking on the cigarette, he's convinced that I've done it before. Right? Dumbass. So, since I've done it before, I get another whooping while everyone else is watching me doing this, by the way. My sister and my mom are at the patio watching me. And basically, I just went down without a fight. I mean, there was no convincing this dude that it was just cookie crumbs. I showed him there was a huge walnut in there. It was obviously cookie crumbs. I even ate it. But, no. It was paraphernalia, and I was trying to smoke. So, yeah, there will probably be a lot more stories about my stepdad and his narrow-mindedness. But I just wanted to share that with y'all. And, I don't know. I'll probably have a lot more videos coming up, and I still need somebody who can do technical support for me, video editing. Shout out to John Brisky, scoop yourself 3 times. And I guess I will see you guys later. Lotus out.